Good afternoon. I'd like to wish everybody a Happy New Year on behalf of the Grand President of the Alaska Native Brotherhood, Willard Jackson, and our Grand President ANS, Micklin McGee. As we wrap up 2009 and we look forward to 2010, we believe that protecting our traditional and customary hunting and fishing rights that we've had since time immemorial, shared by Aboriginal people across the world and Alaska, are something that we should fight for and defend. We're looking forward to a successful year working with the Secretary of Interior and the Secretary of Agriculture. It's our moment in time to make the changes that have been plaguing us for the last 20 years, to try to make sure that our spiritual and cultural and traditional use of natural resources is protected and is still available to our people. We'd like to announce that we have formed two corporations. One is the Alaska Native Traditional Food Security Council, Inc. It's a nonprofit 501c3 corporation. And also we formed a second one called the Alaska Subsistence Defense Fund, Inc. And that is a 501c4 corporation. And we're hopeful that we'll be able to raise funds in order to provide legal defense for our tribal members and rural residents across the state who are cited by the state of Alaska for infractions of the subsistence law, and also to do advocacy, education, and help change the laws so that our people can undertake their traditional and customary hunting, fishing, and harvesting that they've done for centuries and centuries. I'm pleased to announce that we've received support, financial support, and technical support from Sea Alaska Corporation. Has donated $17,000 in cash and services to our efforts. Also, the Alaska Native Brotherhood and Sisterhood Grand Camp have donated $10,000. And we're hopeful that the Central Council will come across with their commitment of $10,000 that the Executive Council has already pledged in a previous meeting. And that will start off our efforts to raise capital, raise money to provide for subsistence defense, advocacy, education of the public, and to do research and work that we need to deal with the government in starting in 2010. And we look forward to this kind of support. We're asking for support from Alaska Native people and others from across America, the globe, in Alaska, and from our own people in our own region. Additionally, what we have done is we have sent two letters responding to the Secretary of Interior's review on subsistence. And we've had in our region over 100 participants helping us put these letters together, and they're on the web. And I hope you take the chance to look at those, because we have put a lot of work in them. I think the Secretary of Interior, in his effort to take exclusive management over Title VIII of ANILCA on federal lands and waters in Alaska, will be well advised, and we intend to pursue our purposes in those letters as hard as we can starting next year. And lastly, we have actually undertaken defense of tribal members who have gotten into violations of enforcement of subsistence. The Angoon case yesterday had its preliminary hearing, and I'm proud to say that our group, working with attorney Tony Strong, has provided defense on behalf of the Angoon people and asked for dismissal of that case, and also a motion to enjoin the state from enforcing subsistence laws on Admiralty Island. Admiralty Island not only follows Title VIII of ANILCA, but also has special provisions which provide the jurisdiction over subsistence to the Secretary of Agriculture and to Kutsnu, Inc. And we believe that the people in Angoon and the residents of Angoon have every right to take fish without being harassed or receive the difficult relationships that they've had with citations and misdemeanor orders from the state of Alaska. We look forward to 2010. Again, we are hopeful that the Secretary of Interior and the Secretary of Agriculture will proceed to implement Title VIII on an exclusive basis, and in this role, the state of Alaska will be a cooperator. That is yet to be defined, but they will be in the same position as the Alaska Native people will be, and hopefully the Alaska Native people will have more input into the process as we move forward. So we look forward to working with all of you across the state of Alaska in 2010, and we dearly wish you well as we move forward in subsistence. Thank you.